of data and news, I mean, we had Michelle Bowman speaking last night. We had trade deficit news this morning at 8:30, but nothing too crazy going on. And at noon, we have Fed Vice Chair for Supervision Michael Barr speaking. But other than that, guys, the market's really just going to be waiting for that CPI and PPI data coming out Thursday and Friday here. Actually, what's going on here? Oh, okay. I think it's, all right, there we go. There we go, YouTube. What's up, everybody? How we doing? So, the other thing that I kind of want to look at over here is the auction schedule. So let's actually take a look at this because that might be important this week. US. I wish there was somewhere where I could like put it all in one place, like all the auctions, all the news. What's the date today? The 9th. Okay. All right. Let's see. Today we have a 3-year. Yeah, we have a 3-year note today. Tomorrow we have the 10-year note. And then, wow, Thursday we have 30-year bond. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, this could get a little spicy this week with these auctions this week. Hello, Tabasco Dave, Rogue Civilian. What's up, everybody? How we doing? Again, as everybody's filtering in, make sure you guys are tapping that like button, helping get these streams out to some more people. Again, I was expecting this week to be a little bit more crazy, a little bit more normal almost, but again, still kind of having that holiday hangover that we're seeing here with the overall market. I mean, this thing's just kind of flipping around all over the place. You saw the pretty aggressive sell-off, ripped back to the upside yesterday, and now the market's really going to be waiting for that CPI and PPI. So again, that's kind of what I'm waiting for too. Maybe we can get a nice little trade in here today. I kind of like this move to the downside here, see if we can retrace something like that. But what I'm really going to be waiting for is to see what happens kind of in the first 30 minutes to an hour of market open. If we start to trend higher here, and then could potentially get a retest move to the downside, continue back to the upside there, that would be interesting. Currently down about 0.5% here in the pre-market, but I believe the market was up like the S&P was up like 1.4% yesterday. Very, very, very interesting. So again, not a whole lot going on, guys. Pretty slow in terms of the news and the data that's been coming out here. Some of these tickers have been moving a little bit. You got Tesla, I mean, coming back down into this range here. You got TLT coming down a little bit. It was up a little bit yesterday, which was nice. About 1%, down about 0.5% in the pre-market here after some of the Fed officials were making some comments about rate cuts. Let me actually go through and see if there's anything else on the news feed here because I really don't see much. Like this has been very, very slow. Yeah, this one right here is Treasury yields rise. After Fed's Bowman talked about rate cuts, the Treasury sell-off returns, sending yields higher as markets pare back bets of a fast-paced interest rate cuts by the Fed this year. U.S. November trade deficit narrows more than expected to $63.2 billion, and that's really it. That's all that's come out in the last 10 minutes here. Canada building permits, don't really care. Office vacancies hit a new record high. I mean, that's to be expected, and that's really it. That's all we're looking at here. Dr. Bob, good morning. Daily Taylor, what's going on, everybody? So, again, we'll see what we get when the market opens. We'll have some fun today. We will have a little bit of fun today, even if the market wants to be a little bit slow. Maybe we'll finally get a day trade after a while. Maybe we'll get one today. Nice little double TP. I know Tyler wasn't able to get that 2 TP trade yesterday, but again, there was just no trade to be had. There wasn't really much going on yesterday that we were looking at. We had one opportunity there, and then nope. YOLO TLT. What are you YOLOing anything for? That's a bit crazy, but do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. I mean, we haven't even started getting into the cuts yet. I mean, I think I explained this to you guys. It's this is actually a good thing to talk about. I mean, we briefly kind of covered this in the newsletter before we segued into something else. Somebody was asking me, it was like, what do you think about rates going into like next year and the year after? So if we're looking at like where we're going in terms of rate decreases, we've been in a very interesting spot over the last year and a half where like the rate increases are still going to have an effect. Again, we've talked about this a lot. Even if they start backing off a little bit, it's just the effects of having these high rates is going to be slightly less. Not that things are just going to start ripping back up, like inflation's just going to turn around, but the slowdown and the actual decrease in the inflation numbers it's going to slow once we start getting into this rate cutting cycle. So the question really is will assets benefit with the initial rate cuts or in the months following the initial rate cuts? And the thought process that I go through, and here are my thoughts on this, well, we don't know. We actually have no idea. So the data that a lot of people point to is that if there's a recession occurring or the rate cuts are immediately followed by a recession that's actually declared and is really having an effect on the overall economy, then yes, the market sells off very aggressively once those rate cuts start. But with going into an election year, I don't think they're going to declare a recession. I think they're going to try to get around it in any way that they can. So, and even the last time that we had those 2 declining quarters of GDP, they didn't declare a recession. So, and that wasn't even an election year. So, we'll see about that. But yes, there could be some stocks that benefit, like a SoFi, like a Robinhood, like regional banks, like those types of stocks with lower rates could then benefit because there's going to be more lending activity and things like that. But the timing of those increases is going to be the most important part. We know that would happen, that they're going to be able to lend out more money, but we don't know when that's actually going to occur. What do we know, though? This is the thing. So I want you guys to think about markets in this way. There's always going to be that low-hanging fruit in that easy outcome there. And we've already done it. You guys that were buying TLT sub 85 have already done this without necessarily realizing it. You could have just been listening to me, which I don't want you to do. But when you think about what TLT is, it's tracking government bond yields. So if rates start to come down, or people expect rates to start to come down, what happens? Well, the bond yields are going to start to come down. I don't think that we're going to be at 5.25% for the next year, year and a half, 2 years. So what's the low-hanging fruit? Overall, yields should trend to the downside. That would be the low-hanging fruit, most likely outcome here, which is why we've seen TLT have so much success since we've entered. So yes, those other stocks could benefit when, I don't know, they could significantly decrease. Like they could go down 20%, 30% after those rate cuts happen. It's possible. And then start to come back. And people are like, oh my God, they're ripping. But they wouldn't be back to where you were buying them, if that makes sense. The CRE issues, it depends on if it's office or not. But yes. I mean, I could always talk to the banking expert about that one. I was hanging out with him in Florida. It was fun. Cool dude. He gave me a cool shirt. But that dude knows, like, it's weird. I mean, you guys, never mind. We're not going to go into that. But the dude knows, like, everything. Yeah, Palantir just hanging out right around the 16s here. Tessie back down at those zones. ES just selling off a little bit into the pre-market here. Nothing crazy, guys. Very, very, very slow week so far. So, again, if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like button on the way in. Pepe, Sylvia, what's up, buddy? We got Daniel, Wreck-It, Ralph, Jason, what's up, buddy? Reaper, Angelo, what's up, everybody? How are we doing? See, I feel like YouTube is being nicer on the live streams now because, like, people are coming back in and saying, like, oh, my God, I haven't seen you in a while. And it's like, well, we started doing the live streams back in, I think, November or December or something. And then I went on my vacation, and now I'm back. Ben, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Let's see. And, yeah, for those of you guys that still need to hop into the Day Trading Mastery course, the 0 losing months in 2023 strategy, again, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. If you're not having the success that you want, I mean, there you go. It's handed to you on a silver platter. There's only been one trade for the 2024 year so far, and it was a loser. But that's perfectly okay with 1 to 6, 1 to 8 risk rewards with like a 30 to 40% win rate. It's ridiculous. And then you hit something like this that I know a lot of you guys did 36 points on ES there. So, just waiting for him. Should wait for the spike in VIX before buying calls? No. You don't have to do all that. See, a lot of people, I think, and I think that's good. So, Daniel, you're making a good kind of analytical leap there. I like it. I like where you're going with it to say, oh, if the VIX is up past a significant level, Probably most things are selling off, so it may be a good idea to start buying calls. But what I want you to think about is the market in your trading is almost like a science experiment or a scientific test with variables. This is, oh man, this is so important. This is what I want you guys to think about all the time. So I want you to think about the types of different variables that you're identifying when you are operating in the market. And what Baba just said, yeah, I'm out of that. I told you guys yesterday I was out at like minus 9%. Let's see. GSAT hit a high of 212 yesterday in pre-market. GSAT's looking, I don't know where it is now, but did GSAT really hit 212? Oh, wow. Wow, GSAT. Yeah, this one that we were calling out on the newsletter for you guys was nasty. The swing trading course is almost done for you guys too, and everybody that's already in the day trading mastery course is going to get 60% off to that one. So there you guys go. Yeah, this one's looking good here. Yeah, Baba I'm out of. I still like it. The other thing is that if you look at like HSI, the Hang Seng, I mean, it's been on a significant downtrend for many, many, many years, so it's going to be difficult for a lot of these China names to start to move back to the upside. Now, that's not to say that they can't go on very aggressive runs. But all right, back to what we were talking about with Daniel is you got to think about the variables that you're identifying when you're trading, and then you also have to think about the other variables that could have an effect that you're not identifying. So like if you're just saying wait for the VIX spike and then buy calls, it's like I don't know. Like there's so many other variables in there because that strategy isn't necessarily as clearly defined as it could be. How much does the VIX need to spike? How much does the market need to sell off? What expiration dates are you buying? What strikes are you buying? Like there's so many. What news is coming out? Has the market drastically shifted in terms of the narrative? Like there's so many different like variables in there that's not something that I would do. Is it a good thing to identify that yes, when the VIX is up, the markets are probably selling off. The put side of the S&P option chain is coming in with more volatility. Yes, but it's not necessarily something you need to trade based off of. And that's, I think, a lot of macro as well, guys. Like I told you guys, I was going to try and look for something in the macro space that I wanted for 2024. And I think what the main thing is that it's almost like you want to take the macro trades as like a low-hanging fruit trade because that's most of the time what they are. TLT to me was just a low-hanging fruit trade. Appreciate it, Angela. No problem, buddy. Welcome back. Yeah, we're live every single morning. Every single morning at 9 a.m. But yeah, the GSAT trade's looking good. So, I mean, that one, the way I set that up on the screen here is just looking for like a 4.5 to 1 risk to reward on that thing. So, risk 1%, make 4.5, not bad. I mean, it would need what? Bunch of more cents. I mean, if you hit like a 1 to 2 here, you could go stops to break even and then go. If you guys are in this, I'm not in it. It was just something that I called out that we saw, and I was like, I kind of like that. So this thing is moving really nice. It's 2 solid days of green here. You would have true because if you waited for the spike, you would have missed all of 2023. Exactly, Daniel. So the TLT trade was just front-running the front-runners? Yeah, exactly. Well, we were really the front-runners there. I mean, we were buying the day that Bill Ackman was buying to close his short. Like, we were drilling that. So, I mean, it's still good now. I mean, those contracts have so much time on it, and I'm just letting that trade go. Like, that's really what I'm doing with it. I think I first saw when you were doing videos again when I saw it on X. Yeah. I'm most active on Instagram these days. So I think I did say that we were going to start doing more Instagram lives. I haven't done that yet. So that's probably what we're going to start doing a lot of too. Dude, short form content is just like a literal gold mine. Like if any of you guys in here are thinking like, oh, I want to create content, short form, do short form. You don't want to have to do what like we all did with long form. I'm telling you, you're not going to want to do it. It sucks. Like, building a YouTube channel is one of the hardest things to do in social media. It's so difficult because it's the time that it takes to put it. We don't really have to talk about this, but like the time. Just think about it very simply. The time it takes you to make a longer form video, the research that goes into it, short form. Like my Instagram, guys, you see it. It's just me trading, and you see the views on that. Ridiculous. 200,000, 100,000, 200,000. Like, it's just easier. And it's more efficient because I have so many other things going on too. Like, yeah, I'll still do these live streams for you guys. but it's just so much more efficient. But yeah, the GSAT I like. That's an interesting one. I'd love that thing to run up to that full TP there at what, 233 about. It's not really like, it's basically this level right here that you're targeting for about like a 1 to 4.5 risk reward, which is good. What about Tesla? Nothing really. I mean, it's just coming back down in kind of this zone here. If you look at this on the weekly time frame, it'll probably be a little bit easier to actually, no, it actually looks better on the daily in terms of identifying that kind of chop zone here. I mean, you've kind of come down into this level, bounce out of it, come down to this level, bounce out of it. You've done it a few times. Now you're back into this level. Could you bounce out of it? Yeah, but if you fail, you're coming down pretty hard. Is it setting up for me for what I want to trade on the daily time frame? No. So I leave it be. The last time that Tessie really set up for me was here, where I hit it for like 300 something percent this day into this day right here. That was really it for me. I mean, I was kind of looking at it in here, but that bait to the downside, I think this was FOMC or CPI or something. I didn't like a lot of that. The youngsters don't even know how life was before social media. It's a weird world now. It is a weird world. I mean, if we didn't have social media here, guys, I'd be a lawyer or doing the other side of what I was going to do. I'd still be in school. Probably. I mean, who knows? Let's see here. Yeah, again, guys, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button on the way in, helps out a whole lot. Again, if we hit 100 likes with these early streams as we're coming back, I will do ankles, but you guys are kind of weird about it, so we'll see. We will see. How much time we got till the ding ding? 14 minutes. Not bad, not bad, not bad. But yeah, like the thing is like you have it might take a little while for like your TikTok or your Instagram to start popping off, but like it's very slow and then all at once. Like that's what happened with mine. It's kind of what happened with YouTube too, but not really. Like YouTube was it wasn't easy, but like you knew what to do. You think Tesla's earnings on the 24th? Yeah. Do you guys want me to teach you the earnings, like the actual playing earning strategy in the swing course? I don't really want to, just because I know people are going to completely like screw it up and just start gambling on earnings all the time. Like, I don't want to, but like we've talked about it here and it's good. And I know you guys, for the most part, are not crazy stupid people in the market. 2 days in a row, YouTube being on point again? I don't know, man. And I think I'm going to be creating another long-form YouTube video for you guys, too. I don't know. We're starting more YouTube videos. But, like, it's a nice one. I don't use it all the time, but it's pretty good. You'd like to learn it? All right. I mean, that could be, like, the bonus strategy that I throw in there. What the? Oh. It's just so risky, like. But the overall swing course is almost done. That should be out this weekend for you guys. AI generated short form content getting out of hand. It's gonna be a tough space to make money on eventually. It depends. You just gotta make better content. Like the thing is like it's all about content. Like it's about what is said. Pretty sure you've gone over it before. Yeah, I have, but not in like a video where like it's broken down and exactly why you would do it this way and what work. Like I don't know. Maybe I'll throw it in there. But it's very gambly. That's why I don't like it. It's like it's very gambly. Because you're putting the math in your favor. It's just like you don't know what's gonna happen with it. So that's why I'm like, I don't really like that. Everything else is data-driven, and that's why the day trading strategy has 0 losing months in 2023, guys. Like, it's all data. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Palantir usually sees downtrend going into earnings too. Yeah, I mean, if you guys watched the Palantir video from yesterday, the Palantir is interesting because the Wall Street doesn't get it, and they still don't, which is interesting. They completely misunderstand that company in a way that actually makes me want to consider what I'm missing. Like, it's very strange how big that they're missing this thing. If you look at like Nvidia's increase that they've had, and like big supporter of AI. A lot of it, like their chips are being used by a lot of AI companies, and Palantir does use a lot of AI for their data analytics with governments, organizations, and the like. But you didn't see the reason for Palantir exploding in 2023 was not AI. It was their earnings. If you think about why, in 2020 to 2022, I completely understand why large money didn't really like Palantir. They were heavily concentrated in government contracts, and their stock-based compensation, the way that it was set up as a percentage of like their overall revenue, was very, very, very high. That's not good. Yeah, in 2020, they were able to skyrocket into the 40s just because it was free money land. But that I get. But then when they start switching that down, you've seen the significant decline in stock-based compensation, the diversification of other clients, the increase in revenue, the consecutive quarters of profitability. You see, and then you understand what that company is actually able to do. And then I can kind of see the NHS thing coming out, and people are like, well, I don't want them misusing our data. But for the however many years Palantir has been in business, have you ever heard of anybody complaining about the misuse of their own company or organization data? You don't know how comparable they are? Well, the comparison that I'm making, Wreck-It Ralph, is just AI in general. If you remember how people were saying AI in their earnings calls and then the pump would happen, they'd say AI a bunch of times and their stock would pump. So it's not necessarily, yes, I agree with you, hardware versus service provider, I get it. But the AI word and the tag on it, it's almost like in the .com space where people were like, internet company, and then things would rip. That's kind of the comparison that I'm making there. Not that they're actually similar companies at all. But and then again, if they're able to continue to knock their earnings not out of the park, but continue trending in the right direction, that's what people are going to be looking for. That's what I'm looking for out of that thing. It's like, well, just continue to look at their earnings. You could, if you really wanted to, look deep into how that company operates, what their software is able to do, how it works, and things like that. But it almost doesn't matter, because if you have a general understanding of they're able to make companies, it's two main important things: more efficient, make better decisions. That's it. And if they're able to accomplish that, and then their financials are then going to benefit because of how good of a job they do in that space, they're going to increase over time. It's as simple as that for me. You don't have to overcomplicate that thing. So that's kind of how I view it. If only AMC pivoted to AI. I mean, I don't think that would have worked, but... Side note, super pumped for Andrew Schultz at Fenway Music Hall at 10 p.m. show Saturday. Oh, you're going? Jason, if you're around, buddy. Jason, if you're around this weekend, I'd love to see you. Grab a drink somewhere, grab a bite to eat. I'd love to do that, man. That'd be sweet. I know you're probably hanging out with fam and stuff, but if you're around, you want to say hi, I'll be here. Not many companies can fare. Yeah, just from experience, once the government starts using the company for software, they use it for a long time. Correct. And they've been doing that for years. They had the Army contracts, they had the pandemic contracts, now they have the NHS deal, they just signed AIP is coming out. I don't know, man. That company to me is looking really good. For the long term, not necessarily short term stuff, because again, you never know, but long term, I like it. Let's see. We got 7 minutes to go here until the ding ding. We don't really need GSAT up here. I mean, I'm not in it. Oh, hold on. Let's do it by a show of hands. Did anybody take this GSAT trade? Are you guys in this? Because, I mean, we talked about it in the newsletter. It definitely is looking great, but in a little late today. Good luck, everyone. Nay, you too, buddy. Yeah, I think we're going to get the swing course out for you guys, though, this weekend. I think that's going to be... We got programs still in Fortune. I'm not sure what that is. You're in and out of Boston a few times a month? Oh, so if not this weekend, just let me know. No. What was the question that I asked? Ralph's not in it. Oh, that was it. It was about GSAT. Yeah, Ralph's not in it. Is anybody in this? I don't know. I mean, we're watching it. I'm not in it. I just didn't want it. I had other stuff that I was watching. that I liked a little better, and I kind of wanted to go more risk off with the market shifting its overall trend. Tally down here. I don't know. Tally's been doing this thing where it like gaps down and then rallies back up into the end of the day. Fortune. Oh, it's a computer language for the 90s? Oh, cool. All right. So what was that? Oh, cool. Okay. You didn't jump in? Yeah. I don't know. Reaper might have it. What do you think about Mara today? Been a weird week for them. I'm not touching it. Again, you guys know, like, and you guys will learn a little bit more about kind of how I view a lot of these, but especially with the swing curriculum. It's like once I was out here at 600%, like I'm not looking for, unless it sets up like how it was before again in the range. Like if we extend this out, like unless it sets up similar to this again, I mean, there's no reason for me to want to touch this. Like there really isn't. So unless Mara can come back down here, consolidate, flip a trend, do things like that, like I'm not really going anywhere near it. Look at this thing. It's just whipping around. Could you day trade it? Maybe, but the IV is going to be so cranked up with the anticipation of the Bitcoin ETF coming out. And I also think that these could get a nice little benefit there with that approval because then that buying then ends up coming into Bitcoin there. So we'll see. Because again, it's almost impossible for it to be priced in if the ETF isn't approved and the institutions aren't buying in a significant way. Like, think about it like that. It's like, well, if it's not approved, the institutions aren't buying. If it's approved, then you know they're going to buy. So I don't know if you're going to get to sell the news on it. You still could initially, but I don't know. I don't know. It's an event-driven situation there that I probably would want to stay away from. Good morning, Chameleon. What's up, buddy? You're looking at scalp to move down and sell the news? Yeah, I mean, I just think the IV is going to be so cranked up, especially when that news is dropped. Like, the premiums are going to go nuts. Like, you might see halts. It's possible that you see halts happen. Oh, Reaper took it? Nice, buddy. There you go. There you go. Yeah, that's a solid trade there. What are you sitting up in terms of risk to reward? Is it like 1 to 2-ish? Nah, 1 to 1.63. It hit 1 to 1.88. I think it's 33 cents we're looking for here on this. Maybe it's not. Oh, no, it's a little more. A little more. It's 33 cents from where we were. Scaled out because you hate penny stocks? Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I didn't take this one either, because it's penny stock. I mean, you're up nice on it. Nice little 1-to-1 risk to reward there. All right, folks. 2 minutes to go until the ding-ding. Here we go. Ooh, you guys are slacking on the like button today, but that is okay. And again, I'll throw the link one time in here for you guys to the Day Trading Mastery course site. Again, 0 losing months in 2023. If you guys are struggling and want to add another tool to your toolbox there you go. The data doesn't lie. The data does not lie. We go over everything from risk management, psychology, break down options, futures. Touch on a little bit of Forex stuff in there too, just very, very, very briefly. Because I know a lot of the people on like Instagram and TikTok love Forex for some reason, even though it's like the silliest thing to do if you have access to futures. But again, touched on it in there, and then you get the whole strategy, and then you get to look at every single trade that was taken with the strategy in 2023. It's nasty. If you're in a call position in Mara and IV gets cranked up while you're in the positions, does that mean the value of your contract increases as well, or is it set at price? Okay, this is a good question, Grant. We'll touch on this. So you got to think about what's called the Black-Scholes model and the different variables in the Black-Scholes model. Let me actually pull this up. Variables in the Black-Scholes model. All right, so the Black-Scholes model equation requires 5 variables. These inputs are volatility, price of the underlying asset, the strike price of the option, time until expiration of the option, and the risk-free interest rate. So if volatility increases, what would you then expect to see? Well, an increase in the actual price of that option. That's the quickest explanation of that. So if you buy something with lower IV and the implied volatility then increases, well, then the price of that option is then going to increase as well. Tyler, what's up, buddy? Hopefully you had a good birthday yesterday, dude. I don't know. I used to be able to like do the math on that stuff, but all right. Ding, ding, ding. Market's open. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, GSAT. Hey, bud. It'd be wild if GSAT just went whoop right up to that TP there today for you. We got Mara over. Oh, we got some things coming through the news feed. Let's take a look. Oh, this is interesting. Facebook will start to hide more types of content for teens on Instagram and Facebook in line with expert guidance. Meta says automatically placing all teens into the most restrictive content control settings on Instagram and Facebook. That's interesting. Yeah, and there's also different types of like volatility as well. Just went out to dinner with your girl and your friends? Oh, that's nice, dude. That is nice. There you go. Ooh, what did GSAT just hit here? 13? Ooh, hello. Yeah, looking at ES here, I might be interested in some shorts in this area here. We'll see, though. We will see today what we got. The Black-Scholes model is so complicated. Yeah, it is. It is. And it's like theory, too. It's like, it's not... Like, then you also have to think about supply and demand because, like, you would think that the price is the price for any given option on the chain, but it's not. So technically, if you really wanted to and you could get fills on something that's, like, slightly more liquid, you might be able to run a strategy where, let's say, something's undervalued versus Black-Scholes or overvalued versus Black-Scholes on a specific strike and expiration. You could long or short it back to that mean reversion. That is an interesting thing that you can do. The problem is that... Think about it like this. The stock price isn't going to stay constant. So that whole trade would move throughout time. As every second passes, every tick passes, the trade changes. So you probably wouldn't want to do that. In a theoretical sense, it would work, though. Let's see. What else do we want to take a look at here? Where's Palantir? What's this thing doing in the pre-market? There's some like drama with or sorry, not pre-market, at market open. There's some drama with the NHS contract that we might want to talk about today. IWM, thank you, done for the day. There you go, Wreck-It Ralph. All right, let's see here. Would you need super fast internet for that? Yeah, you would need the direct data feed. And you also wouldn't want to do it. You'd have to have a computer running so fast because, like, all right, so let's say at one point in time, Arvin, you're going for a mean reversion back, and it's going to give you, let's say, a 10% return. But let's say the next second, the equation changes when it recalculates, and it's only 5, and then it's 3, and then it's 1, and then it's 0 because the stock price is moving at you. So it doesn't, like, it like, at any given time, the trade can just, like, change or be completely invalidated. So you wouldn't actually want to do it. Yeah, I am, Tyler. The only thing is that this is a little bit slow. So, I mean, you guys will see it sometimes in the some of those trades in the course there. They're like, if it was just like slowly really chopping down, maybe I wouldn't. But this one with this little bit of aggression here, yeah, I don't have a problem with this. I was more so waiting to see kind of where this thing would open up. But the one thing I will tell you is you're not doing it on this. You are not doing it on this. This low to high here for a retrace down in here. You are not doing this. The risk is like, it's 9-10 points. It's ridiculous. You're not doing that. Does that make sense, though, Arvin? Like, because every second it changes. Like, let's say you get a knife candle and you're long because there was the discrepancy there. Well, then the prices just come back down to what you were trading them at, and then the arbitrage becomes 0. It's not even arbitrage. It's like a conversion. You'd almost have to run some sort of basis trade on it. Google's popping off. Yeah, Well, no, I mean, it's up 13 cents, but it got a nice candle. I also figured out a way, too, to, sort of, not really. I'd have to look at those specific prices, but, like, you can formulate a effectively risk-free. The only thing you'd have is default risk. You could have a risk-free carry trade. And I was looking at this the other day. You can't do it on, and this is the question that I was wondering was, can you set up a risk-free carry trade, but like with USD JPY, and you can't do it. It doesn't, because you have to buy an option, in order to lock in your rate. You could maybe formulate it in a way where it's a European option and pay less, but it still wouldn't really be enough for the risk there unless it was highly levered. It does. You don't have access to a computer fast enough to do that. Yeah, even if you did, though, you still wouldn't want to do it. Good morning, Daniel. How you doing, buddy? Full TP was like 70 points. Yeah, you're not touching that. Like, the biggest ones you guys are probably going to see is, like, the one from December, which was, like, 36. 36, 38 is probably the max of where you're going to get. But, I mean, again, that's 380% on an ES contract. There you go. TLT's moving back up. Yeah, I mean, like, it's been moving a little weird recently. I think this is just kind of settling in here for kind of the beginning of the year. Let's see, where's ES over here? Popping back up a little. Anybody have the level? I just kind of want to have it drawn out here. What's the level that we're looking for? Is it, let me guess. Hold on, let me guess. It is, it's probably 479,350. That's my guess. Let's play the guessing game. Is it yeah, 479,350. How close am I? Does anybody have the exact number we're looking for off the level today? If it was this. Angel, there you go. That's not bad. I mean, I wouldn't be doing that all the time, but again, guys, once you guys see the power of data-driven is that actually it? Is that actually it? That's great. 479,350. That's a good guess, man. No, it's like, guys, I've looked at it so much for so many, like, so long. Like, I just know approximately where the level is gonna be. You might be buying some Baba shares. Okay. I mean, I'll hit that. I might get some too. Really small allocation, but I don't hate that. Let's see. Ooh, 11 likes away from 50. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. And Angel, I know you're in there too. So, again, you guys have any questions on, once you guys are hopping in, once you guys have any questions on the content that is covered, just let me know. You guys are going to be good to go. Bro, nailed it? Dude. Look at me. Look at me. Oh, my God. I saw such a funny video this morning. Remember how I was saying, like, that Madden streamer I love to watch, Sketch? I saw a clip this morning, and they were playing, like, 21 questions, and the question was, what do you do for a living? And it was like, I just bitch at the computer mostly. Sorry for the language. And I was like, I feel that, man. Like, I feel that. When I'm sitting here doing really much, like, nothing, and you guys saw it the other day when I put that clip on my Instagram story of me just sitting there talking to myself while I'm waiting for a trade to hit. Like, yeah, that pretty much sums it up. The BA fiasco keeps getting worse. Aren't there delivery numbers at, like, 11 a.m. today? Don't they have, like jet deliveries or jet production numbers coming out today? That could either help them or really add some fuel to the fire there. Where is Boeing here? Boeing? Oh, whoa. Down another 2. I can't believe that's actually the number there. That's pretty nasty. That is pretty nasty. Let's see what we got. Telly's trying. Where's GSAT? Is GSAT doing anything? It's probably coming down. Yeah, GSAT on the way down here a little bit. All right. Let's see. Anything coming through the Twitter newsfeed? There's nothing much to do, man. Like, Boeing down. Yeah. Citi opens 90-day downside catalyst watch on ticker symbol S. Also on Fortinet. FTNT. Let's see if there's anything else interesting on the feed here that I... Oh, wow. Elon and the Mark Cuban thing is getting very spicy. 13 hours ago, Mark Cuban is a racist. Okay. Well, honestly, if you look at it, I'm pretty sure the Dallas Mavericks have been labeled like the whitest team in the NBA, which is interesting. Okay, that shouldn't be on Twitter. Okay, all right, enough of the Twitter newsfeed here. We open to the computer for a living. Dude, we do. I feel like that's really kind of what it is. And I heard that, and I was like, man, you're cooking right now. The highest KD in NFL history one really got me, though. That one got me good. Palantir, nothing. What are we supposed to do with this, guys? What are we doing here? Nothing. Less trades, more profits, baby. That's what we like to do. Pimco says too early to declare victory over inflation or recession risks. Fair. Yeah, maybe... What is this? Say Tuesday? Maybe tomorrow we do a little Instagram live stream in the morning, too. Maybe we do a little bit of both. What else is interesting to me? Where's SoFi? I mean, I'm kind of interested in this ticker here. Back. Oh, okay. I mean, where was it? Oh, wow. Yeah, see, this was one. I'm a bit upset that this thing didn't come through the feed because I would have taken this. This is perfect right here. I love this. I'm a bit upset I didn't see this one. The break of 827 running up to, what, 1050? I mean, that's aggressive here. This consolidation period here, I don't hate. If it can break back to the upside. Like, we were talking about Uber yesterday. How does Uber look right now? Uber looking good, man. Uber looking pretty good. I mean, like, I don't hate that. Do you remember when they quit using 2 years of data to calculate? Yeah, I think it was the beginning of last year. Cody, what's up, man? Hi, Svi, joined your mastery course. Eye-opening thus far, but are the newsletters you send out part of that? No. So the newsletters are separate. That's just a free thing that I offer you guys every single week. What we're going to be doing with the swing trading course, though, is that everybody that's in the swing trading course, that's where we're going to be calling out those tickers every single week now. So so what the newsletter is going to turn into is basically macro. We're going to talk about macro and things that are happening and just teach you guys things that you need to know about markets. And then in the emails that I send out to you guys in the from the swing trading course are going to be the tickers that you need to watch. But yeah, thanks, Cody. I appreciate that. Less trades, more. I know a lot of you guys have been having some good success with it too, which is awesome. The messages that I've been receiving is just amazing. So again, the link's at the top of the live chat for you guys that want to hop in there. Again, I'll say it again. The data doesn't lie. 0 losing months in 2023. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. That can mess with CPI once a full year has passed. Yeah, it would be lower. Wouldn't it come in low? Or high. Well, it depends on the month. It depends on the month, you know? Like, if last year, if you go in, like the month-over-month readings will still be fine, and that's what people might start shifting more into. What the? Get out of here. But yeah, Uber looks all right. I don't like that drop. No Cash, what up, buddy? Peace and love, family. You as well, bud. You as well. Way lower during the high gas price period. Yeah, exactly. So you could see, and that's the thing. It's like, if you start to see really low CPI data prints, what's going to happen? Here's kind of the decision tree that happens when you start to see low CPI. So, and great Palantir video. Thank you, Jamie. I think I'm going to actually put another one out there today. Yeah, I'm going to be starting to put out a lot more videos here too. So, Make sure you guys have notifications turned on. I think we're going to try to do at least 3 a week. At least 3 a week. I think that's what we're going to try to do. But here's the decision tree and the different types of possibilities that could happen if you start to see, especially this week, low CPI. Investors start to step up their bets on more aggressive and sooner rate hikes. So March. Once that happens, I still don't expect we're going to go March. So then when that doesn't happen, the market gets a little bit surprised because they've kind of priced that in, that then the markets sell off when we don't cut. What's the point of using 2 years, not one? Smooths out the data. I think recently they changed, They changed the time that they looked at, and then prior to that, they changed what was being looked at, I think, to make the numbers a little bit lower. And if you look at M2, like if you were to look at the M2 money supply as a metric of inflation, it goes into exactly what I've been saying. All right, I was thinking about this last night, almost from like an institutional perspective on markets. If inflation and money lending, that whole system stays intact, the market over time will continue to go up. SPY and TLT diverging. Well, yeah, TLT is coming up here, and ES is starting to slip to the downside there, which is interesting. Uber holding nicely here. I like that. Palantir selling a bit aggressively here, down 2%. So, like, if that system, the way that we currently operate it, stays intact, markets will probably continue to go up as long as you still see people having enough disposable income. Now, I said this in the newsletter. It's like mild inflation is healthy, aggressive inflation is catastrophic. So I'd almost like them to rip the Band-Aid off and just like here comes Telly running up here. I'd almost like them to rip the Band-Aid off and just say, screw it. But the problem is that this is the problem. Like, all right, the everyday American person, and honestly in other countries as well, gets screwed in either scenario. You're screwed either way. And that's the problem here. Because it's just, when are you screwed? And that's the thing that I don't like. Because if they were to drastically increase rates to really, really stifle the effects of inflation that have happened over really the last 10 years here, what happens? Job cuts, layoffs. Then what happens? Well, nobody has any disposable income and company valuations go down, markets sell off, everybody gets screwed in that case. So that's an interesting point there. If everybody gets screwed, they don't want that. Which is not necessarily what's happened recently, but they could do it. They won't. But so in that scenario right there, where you see people losing their jobs, unemployment skyrockets, you start to see GDP decline. You're starting to suck all this money back out of the system. Yeah, it would fix the longer term problem here, but in the short term, for like a 10-year period, everybody gets screwed. Everybody, companies or executives, everybody. But what then happens if they let inflation run up a little bit? Well, assets inflate. So depending on who's playing in the real estate market, the let's call them upper middle class to whatever the next level would be, that are able to participate in the investment real estate market, they'll be all right. Because again, everybody would have to rent. They wouldn't be able to afford. Actually, this is interesting. This is how I think about things, guys. Like, I'll say something, like I'll literally talk out to myself. I do this same thing with you guys, and then I'll be like, well, hold on. Because if they were to actually rip the Band-Aid off, their real estate prices would actually come down. Now, would it matter to the large institutions that are still able to get their rent every single month? No. They'd still have their, whatever their spread is, their locked in interest rate, and they'd be fine. What if there would have been no wars? That's a different conversation. I think that's a different conversation there, because the military industrial complex is an interesting one. Think of GDP if the wars didn't happen. True. You know what I was actually watching yesterday? which I found very interesting because, again, think about it like this. Like, you guys see me now, 24, like, we pretty much got a good handle on what's going on. I wasn't necessarily paying as much attention as I am now to what was happening, like, let's say 10 years ago. I was 14. So I was just screwing around yesterday because we're going into an election year, and I was like, all right, let's kind of see what the issues were that they were talking about back then and how they were handling them. So I was just watching the debates. I was watching the old, like, Biden debates, the Trump-Hillary debates. I was watching some of the Trump-Biden debates, but, like, those aren't really that good. And it was interesting to see, like, the intelligence levels of these people on both sides. Like, you might think that they're evil, but they're not stupid. I don't want to say both sides, but, you know, mainly talking about Hillary there. But unless the government steps up and changes the eviction laws like they did with code, a bunch of investors get screwed with non-paying renters. They can evict, though. That's fine. They can evict. Like, there's no eviction moratorium. That's gone, I think, right? It should be out of here by now. TLT pushing a 97 there. That's interesting. How's everything else looking? ES trying to move back a little. Uber back down. There are idiots on both sides. Yeah, I mean, the person with the largest intellect right now is Vivek, but I don't know. I think this year is going to be crazy. Like, guys, we've just been like a month in, like, not even like we've been here for like a week, basically. Nothing's really happened yet. Oh, this is one thing that I think could be interesting for markets. When is the date that you have to, like, declare that you're, like, running for an election? Is there a cutoff date? Isn't it in, like, February or something? I'm pretty sure it's in... When did... Yeah, when's the deadline? There's no formal national deadline. But there's something in February, isn't it? You probably just dumbed it down for your audience about 4 years ago, but you've definitely come a long way. Last right? Yeah, I did. I mean, obviously, I'm learning more stuff. Obviously, but the thing is when I know that there's a certain group of you guys that are here every single day, so I'm not gonna say it in the same basic way. Like, we slowly step it up in terms of, like, what we talk about and how like we talk about, like, markets and like everything and how things affect things. So if you're new, I mean, again, I'll always answer your questions, but I'm not here to cater to the people that have no idea what they're doing. They can absolutely come in here and learn, but that's not what we're here to do. Uber's whipping around. That was just 20 cents lower. Let's see. ES coming back to the upside there. They're all geniuses. If you ask you, making millions off their bases in the... Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I asked that poll on Twitter where it was like, the laws are in place the way that they are with the Stock Act and insider trading. If you're in Congress and you had insider trading and you knew what the laws were, would you do it? I would. Everybody would. It's not like you'd have to be so sitting on your moral high horse to say that you wouldn't do it. I think that's crazy because it's just frowned upon. It's not illegal. It's like jaywalking. There would be no logical consistency there. It's like, you have opportunity to make money. Are they going to get you in trouble? Well, I mean, not really. You're just going to have to pay a $200 fine. All right, but how much am I going to make? I don't know, a couple $100 million? Okay. Iowa caucus is really bad between Trump and DeSantis? I don't think so. I honestly think it's I don't know. I mean, when did the I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that DeSantis is widespread enough right now. Insider trade tax. No, you just make it elite. Like, you make it like a felony. Yeah, see, DeSantis is still in the race. The other thing, too, is like, because I'm always interested in a lot of these things. Like, you guys have no idea, like, the rabbit holes that I go down most of the time. Like, I'll learn about anything. So, like, I was watching the potential candidates for a while, and like when Vivek was coming out, I was like, interesting. So I was talking to people about it, and people were like, nah, I don't really like him. But like now they're like, I really like the guy, and it's like, that's interesting. Like older people too that are like not as in tune with everything that's not. I wouldn't say that not in tune with everything that's going on, but like aren't on the short form platforms where you're seeing a lot of clips. Let's see here. So it's interesting to talk to people because like you guys have to realize that each and every one of you guys lives in a bubble. I live in a bubble. You guys live in your own bubbles. Whether you could be like, let's say like you could be hanging around with like super wealthy billionaires all the time and like some other people and hearing all these thoughts, and you might think, well, these are probably the smartest people in the world. Probably other people think like them. No, that's not the case. You then have to be able to find how other people think. So it's like you gotta understand, and the same thing in the market too. Like you're in your own bubble. He says everything I want to hear, so that makes you feel strange. That's interesting. I mean, here's the thing though. If that's the argument that you guys are making, and this is a very interesting logical or almost psychological argument. It's like if you think that every like one time a person comes around and says like, I'm not like over here being like, hello, you wonder if Trump will pick him as a VP. He didn't come after him in his new video, in that kind of hype video that he released, which should be interesting. He should be press secretary. Haley is a lock for VP. God, I hope not, but I hope not. He just looks like a snake. Well, this is probably the last thing I'll say on this. If you're gonna say that if somebody is coming along and then saying all the things that you would want to hear and want to get done, but then not vote for them because it makes you feel weird that you're so used to like people not doing that, how does that make logical sense? I don't get that. Like, unless it's like you're so mentally damaged from like everything that's happened over like the last 20 years that you're like, I don't trust anybody. I'm gonna go with the evil that we know. Like that's almost like that thing. It's like the evil we know. It's like, all right, well, is everything gonna be sort of all right? It's like, no, it's not. Look at our country. All right, we're not gonna do this anymore. Like, not even in terms, I'm literally just talking about economics here. Like, we could go through a whole wide list of all of the other issues, but I'm literally just talking about economics. Our inflation is out of hand. If you can see where we're headed, if the long-term run inflation target goes to 3%, the low and middle class gets slaughtered. You can't do that. They're not going to have the disposable income in order to be able to buy assets. It's not going to happen. That's the problem. Like I'm not talking about any social issues. I'm literally just talking about the economy and like where we are as a whole. That's a whole separate conversation. Debt, exactly. Government spending. It's literally like they just spend money like a lottery winner. It's crazy. Stop doing it. Telly looking all right here. It's coming back up. See, what were we saying? It's like Telly loves to do these gap downs and then run back up. No one is fixing this? I don't know, man. I don't know. Who knows? and then did the opposite when elected. Well, I almost think you're conflating a different time where it was easier to hide. Like, you wouldn't see, like, craziness on social media and calling people out. Like, that's kind of what I like about this year is, like, if somebody does something that, like, the overall public doesn't like or starts to act like a hypocrite, that's going to be, like, the main news headline everywhere. Millions of people are going to see it. So, and what word is that right there? Think about it. It's accountability. That's all that is. Social media has the power to be the largest accountability tool that we have for our leaders. It's just if it's going to be used for that or not. It's either going to be used to let them do whatever they want to do and kind of pass the blame to whoever else, or it's going to be used for accountability. I would prefer accountability on every side. If somebody does something that people don't like, call them out. They have to be worried that if they don't follow through on what they say on, that the public is not going to be in favor of them. And that's not going to be good for their, let's just say, legacy. They're all ego-driven. Like think about it. They're in the public eye. They're holding some of the highest public offices that you can hold. They're ego-driven. They want to leave their mark. They don't want people hating them. All right, Uber moving up here a little bit. Nothing crazy, though. You got ES starting to move back to the upside here. You got Telly. I don't know. I mean, let's see if this divergence continues. I have not. I don't know what you're talking about there, Ralph. What's that? Yeah, nothing crazy here. Oh, yeah, guys. And I think Apex is also doing another one of those 71% off sales for you guys. So I'll throw the link in here for those of you guys that are interested. If you guys want Apex accounts, go for it. Especially if you guys are trading with, if you guys are trading like other strategies, I think Apex is good. If you're using the one in the day trading mastery course, don't use Apex. The trailing drawdown is going to get you. Unless, well, I mean, unless you just rip it in one trade, which you could do, which, I mean, go for it, I guess, but. You're setting up a little inside bar play here on Palantir right now. That could be interesting. ES right back down. Yeah, so this is probably going to move down to what? 4793 is probably where that entry is now. Flexible average inflation target. I'd have to look into that a little bit more. I probably have, like logically going through kind of how I view like the market, economies and things. I've probably thought a similar idea to that before. I would like to see it in like how it's actually written out. All right. $16.50 on Palantir. Interesting. Down 1% here. I'm going to look into that NHS stuff today. I think that's what the video is going to be on. And then again, let me know if there are other stocks that you guys want to talk about. Leave it in the comment section of those videos because I'm watching those. I'm reading those comment sections to everyone focus on CPI and PCE, but they use FA for the 2%. I think they use PCE, but we can take. Let me look at that. Yeah, that would be interesting. We're gonna have to take a look at that. We might stay on a little longer here today. I'm feeling good. I feel like we're having some good conversations here. Look at SPX. You want to see if you have a drawing correct? I wouldn't do it on SPX, buddy. I mean, you can, but. I rarely will trade. I mean, technically, yes. So here's what I would do. Honestly, here's what I would do. Since there's going to be these gaps sometimes, I would chart it on ES and trade it on SPX. That's if I'm trading SPX and I just want to trade it with it, I'll chart it on ES, and when it hits the level on ES, that's when I'll get it. Because they're going to be effectively the same. but it's very rare that I do it. But when they hit, they're like 800%, 1,000%. Like, so the thing is I would say it's the testing has been done on futures, but some of them can have outsized returns. Like, if you're, let's say you went into the position with 1%, and the risk to reward on it was, let's say, to the final TP was like 1 to 7. But if it rips there really fast, those contracts could go up 1,500%, and you turn your 1 to 7 risk to reward to a 1 to 15. But that's not going to happen every time. Like, sometimes I'm in trades for 2 hours. Like, if I traded 0 days on that, I'm toast. So that's why I like futures with it. The testing's been done on futures. It works really, really, really well on futures. Sometimes I'll trade it on SPX just because I'm like, yeah, I'll take the SPX on it. But usually if it, like, I'll do it if it's towards like the end of the day, because I'm like, oh, I'll throw a little bit of money at it, see what happens. But like the ones that happen like at like 130, 145, things like that. Dude, I'm feeling good today. Tally getting some action here. You've had to go both ways on you before? Yeah, see, exactly. Like, if your entry's not perfect, like, it's there's some more variables if you're trading with options, but, I mean, it still works. It's just the math and everything's been done with futures. That's where the risk to reward is very clearly defined. It makes sense. That's how it has 0 losing months in 2023. All right, guys, we are 3 likes away from 50. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. I don't hate Uber here, but this is also a giant bear flag. So, careful. Steady. I wouldn't hate Uber downside if it broke down. I just know you guys were talking about it yesterday, and I don't hate the reversion move. But that one, to me, would be 50-50. Like, if that breaks down, I'll probably trade it to the downside. Good morning, everyone. What up, Eric? How you doing, buddy? Dude, we've had some good conversations this morning. I mean, have we talked about, like, ETFs before? About how they're like kind of stealing your money, but not really. Like, in using your money to vote for things that you may or may not want. Have we talked about that before? I feel like we have a little bit, but we could do that today, too. Just when things are moving around slow, teach you guys some stuff. I feel like we've done that. Doing good. Took 10% on Tesla in and out. Attaboy. There you go. Like, I have a lot of these written down, too. Like, we could go through some crazy stuff and be like, CVNA? Is that setting up like... I think that's setting up kind of like Uber as well. I would almost go to the 4-hour for this. I'm looking for something. Yeah, it's not clean. It's not that clean. Yeah, I don't like that. Well, what's that ESG all about? Yeah, downside. I don't hate that, Ralph. You saw that the Bitcoin ETF went through? Did it? Is that... Hold on, let me check the newsfeed, because that would be coming through everywhere, I feel like. No, I don't see it. And then we can pull it up here. Bitcoin not really doing much here, down 1%. $6, $7, $90. Huh. This is going to be an interesting day here. What's ESG all about? Well, I mean, it's kind of failed now. I mean, people are kind of realizing the nonsense of it, but... Oh, an online rumor? Yeah. Well, I mean, what happens a lot of the time is, like, especially, like, with an organization like BlackRock. Do you guys know the main reason why BlackRock is the largest asset manager in the world? Like, how they did that? It was their purchase of the Barclays iShares division. That's what it was. And then they just marketed a bunch of ETFs. So then they have a boatload of things under management, and they just charge a fee on the ETFs. So that's how they did it. But what do the ETFs actually allow them to do? Well, if you're putting money into an ETF, let's just say it's like iShares something. IWM is a great example of it. So BlackRock owns the shares, the underlying. So then they have the voting rights. So then they vote. Bitcoin will plummet when it goes through to set up for institutions to buy in. See, I kind of I'm kind of on the side of that. Like the sell the news thing on Bitcoin is for the institutions to load up to put the Bitcoin in the ETFs. Like I'm kind of on the side of that. Like it's not going to be a sell the news like everybody's just like selling, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a very, very interesting spot there. Palantir chilling here. Where's like Uber? It's cruising. You thought it was Aladdin? No, people misrepresent what Aladdin actually is. Like, it's really just like a data platform. Like, yeah, it does have algorithms and it has a way to make those decision trees about like what things are going to happen, but it's not like what people think it is. Like, dude, I think I knew about Aladdin and like Long Mirror show. AMD coming in strong, is it? Make me money, baby. Make me money. Yeah, I want to see AMD all-time highs. If AMD, all right, 78% isn't even on exchanges. What do you mean? What do you mean there? If AMD hits all-time highs, maybe I'll crack some tequila this month. But we're doing no tequila this month. Even the, yeah, I mean, I sent it a little on Saturday last week, which was bad. I shouldn't have done that, but AMD looking sexy here. Love that, man. Love that. Then Bridgewater's data. Different. Bitcoin self-custody. Oh, I'm not sure. I would say that's definitely possible. A lot of people taking self-custody of their crypto assets, but I don't know the exact number. Where's Telly? All right, little divergence here. Bring back the cutlets. Dude, I haven't had those in so long. I saw them at the Stop and Shop in Southie a while ago, and I was like, whoa, chicken cutlets. Maybe we'll do a little extendo stream today. You guys want to do that? Wait for some stuff to happen here? Maybe not. I don't know. We'll go a little bit longer today, though. What's this? Oh. The bacon jam? Oh, dude. I put it on burgers this weekend. So good. So good. Yeah, we'll stay on for a little longer. Extendo? Sure, we'll do it. 24-hour stream, let's go. I'd rather put my entire long-term portfolio in AMC. Like, that's honestly what I would rather do at that point. Like, at that point, that's what I would do. ES looking all right. Hit the thumb. Thank you, Boric. I appreciate that, man. We need a midday, like when the trade's set up. We can't do that because I have to record them and get hundreds of thousands of views on TikTok and Instagram. Sorry. So, that's... Sorry. I mean, if you guys were cranking it over here, then maybe. But... Sorry. Haven't you done 8-hour streams? Yeah, dude. I used to stream from like 8:30 a.m. until 4. All day long. It sucked. It was fun, but like, you can't be doing that. Uber. Yeah, they're not fun. They're not sustainable. Like, you guys got to realize, like, it's different. Like, you guys go to work for that amount of time. This is different. Like, I can't not talk. Like, you just talk the whole time. If I'm sick, oops. Like, there were times where I was, like, really sick, and I was just streaming with you guys, and it was awful. Tesla puts paid. Got to get ready for work. Have a great day, people. There you go. Make late night fix great again. Dude, late night fix was fun. I almost don't like this trade up here, this rejection one. I almost would rather take, because it hasn't fully retraced here. Like, I would almost rather take a retrace down up. I don't know, though. Best burger in a restaurant is from a small place in Ohio. There's crispy onions, brie, bacon. Oh, dude, that sounds epic. AMD looking good. Uber looking good. Tally settled in here a little bit. I don't know, like, what you could do today, what you could do is just take less risk on this kind of choppy, slow move down. Like, I would probably take less risk on it if I were going to do it. That would be kind of my expectation there of what I would do with it. Like, instead of going with like 8, 10, 12 contracts per account, I mean, maybe I'd go like 6, 5, something like that. Something like that. Peanut butter on a burger? I don't think that would be too bad. I would do that. Yeah, I think I'm going to wait for the long. That's kind of what I'm thinking. That's, I think, what I'm going to do. Who knows, though? Who knows, man? Again, if the system says shoot, though, I got to shoot. So that's why it has 0 losing months in 2023. So, again, those of you guys that still want to hop in there, the link is at the top of the live chat. Again, men line, women line, numbers don't. Let's see. AMD. Oh, my baby there. Yeah, Uber's looking good on this. Coming back up. You need some volume to step up, though. You hope AMD gets to 150 today? Me too, bro. That'd be a real big move, though, on Amanda here. That'd be a real big one from where we're currently trading. That'd be like another, like, what, 4 or 5% day? Yeah. Well, I could go get my bacon jams. You guys saw the pictures of them, though. They were on Instagram, Twitter. I sent those out to you guys. They're sick. They're so good. Uber looking sexy. Hoping to take your first futures trade this week. Haven't been this nervous in a long time. Paper trade futures first. Understand the broker. That's what you got to do. You always want to be paper trading futures first, so you can understand the broker, how it works, because your orders won't cancel. You could get that euro close reversal here. Uber looks good. Look at that. Running up past yesterday's high. AMD cruising. Yeah, just make sure, Eric. I mean, I don't know if you have paper traded futures first yet, but I would paper trade them before you start doing it, just to understand the broker. Like, that's really the main point of it, because the brokers operate differently than like options brokers. It's not like you're buying and selling it's like you have a position on the chart that you have to make sure that you're appropriately managing. What's a fur burger? What's that? What is that, Clap? I mean, it sounds... I mean, maybe you're just saying something else. Maybe it was a typo, but I don't know what you're saying there. You haven't using TradeAvate? Yeah, test it. Yeah, just like understand the actual like mechanics of entering and exiting and seeing when you have to like cancel orders. That's important. You don't want to leave open orders by accident, because you could get yourself into some real trouble. You're oddly looking forward to bank earnings? I am too. When is that? It's this week, isn't it? Sounds like it's got fur on it? Yeah, but like, who would want that, dude? Oh, we're looking good today. Friday? What's Friday? Beaver? Why would you eat a beaver? That's weird. I didn't know those were edible. That's probably not... Where are you guys living? Like, Alabama or something? I don't know. Like, what kind of food are you guys eating over here? Let's see. What are you guys laughing about? What is this? So don't laugh at me. What's funny? Guys, what is so funny? I don't get it. Are you guys bored as you guys just start giggling now? All right, Arvin. See, Arvin, when somebody okay, Arvin, let's so when somebody asks for a fun fact in the future, let's not say that one. We could have fun fact time right now, but that one, Arvin, that one might take the cake there. That's an interesting one. Bro, all the dude's trying to do is build a dam, and you guys are like, nope, gonna eat you, put you on a burger with some bacon. Like, can we not do that to the beaver? It's perverted. Oh, you guys are making jokes now. Okay, I see how it is. I see how it is. You guys are making jokes now. You're talking over my head. All right, I get it. AMD 148. That's my baby right there. There we go. Clams. Nah, I like clam chowder and stuff. That's good. Not an oyster fan. People love oysters. Like, they have dollar oysters at a lot of spots in Boston, and I'm like, not for me, dude. I don't really want to be doing that, you know? D Young. Thank you, man. Yeah, hit that like button on the way in, guys. Keep smacking it. Keep running up those numbers, team. We're going to keep doing our thing over here. Yeah, Michael, I know. I know. I'm just trying to avoid that, you know? All right, let's see. Let's see. ES coming back down. No, guys, I know what you're talking about. I'm just avoiding it, making it funny for you guys. They're like, oh, SB doesn't know. All right. Where's Kelly? 97, not bad. Amanda? Where's Amanda? 148.02. I like that. What's Batman been up to? Michael Burry, you seemed confused. I'm a good actor. Batman, I don't think has been up to much. I think Batman did a great job of confusing literally everybody in the market that he had just like another giant short position, and he really just wanted to like stay in the news. This stream has been the best this month. All right, guys. We've talked about a lot of things, and you know, we haven't had like a stream where like we go wild off topic yet. Like sort of this one, but like not really. It was still on topic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what are we gonna get here? Tally, AMD, dude. AMD is just. I want it to break all-time highs. Like, come on, dude. Like, just go. Ooh, this would be interesting. I want to have a certain dollar amount of AMD. I wonder what the price would have to be. Oh, that's a lot. Never mind. I don't think we're going to get there. We could. I don't know. Maybe AMD has a great year. We hit all the important topics. We do. We do. There goes Uber running up there. I like that. I like it. Maybe I have more shares of AMD than I think I do. Mara just shot up a bit. Something happened with Bitcoin. Oh, we can take a look. I mean, Bitcoin's eating up, being down a little over 1% here, so that could be it. That's all I'm seeing on it. I think Wednesday, is the day that people are expecting some more Bitcoin ETF news. Ortex data on all your failing stocks, please. Hey, man. I don't know. I mean, people were saying those stocks were going to do well, and I was like, hey, man, probably not. Yeah, ES coming down a little here. It's on everyone's bucket list. All right, guys. All right. All right, guys. I see. Yeah. Okay. Yep. All right. Well, you know, this is 2023 now. I don't know if that's really what's going on here. I don't know. I didn't know they were doing that these days, you know? ES slip. Are we seeing some TLT diversions? Yeah, a little bit here. Dude, Uber's strong here. With that ES sell-off, I mean, Uber's holding on. AMD's, not as much, but like Uber's holding nicely here so far. Where's GSAT? We were looking at that one earlier. How's that looking? 206. I mean, you're still up nicely on that one. Dude, there's a 3-day weekend this weekend. You guys doing anything fun for the 3-day weekend? Just finished 10% on the day. Isn't normal for you, but trying to do that every day. Thanks, man. I'm out. Boric, you have a great rest of your day, buddy. Yeah, I'm up. I mean, my options account's up like 5. So that's good. I haven't done anything. 0. Just letting positions cook. So, bought some stuff yesterday. Well, I bought one thing yesterday. Sold some stuff yesterday. Kind of recapitalize stuff. I want to I got to sit down. I don't know why I don't do this. I got to sit down and look at my long term and be like, what do I need to do with it? You guys are wild sometimes. I like this. Keep it going. Another 3-day weekend? Yeah, it's MLK on Monday. I was thinking about doing something, like going somewhere, but then I was like, I probably should, like, do work, Still in Baja, every day feels like a weekend here. Nice. I mean, every day to me could be a weekend. If I really wanted to, it would be entirely possible for me to have fun all the time, every day. But, like, there's other things I want to do. You'll be celebrating by YOLOing your hard-earned prop money on one trade. There you go. Would you consider this dip for Uber long-term? If you like the company and you like, I haven't looked at it enough. So that's the thing. Like, I haven't looked at the stock enough to understand like the how investors react to where Uber is currently at with its fundamentals and where it's currently trading right now. If you've done that research, sure. I don't hate it. I mean, I have a little call position on it just for fun. But again, I'm gonna be out of that pretty quick because that little bear flag said no. I don't really like those. It's just like a consolidation, continuation type of thing. Like, if this were to break down here, I mean, this thing's got a long way to go. The problem is I don't think it's going to, just because of that S&P inclusion, which is why I'm long on this. And then yesterday, where we were talking about, like, that drop-down consolidation I didn't really like, and then thinking about it, I was like, wait a second. If you look at Palantir, this move was one of the ones that we nailed to the upside. So I was like, I don't hate that here, especially with the market looking the way that it was. Telly coming down, ES, nope. Like, I don't hate it. So, we'll see on that one. They're up like 12%, so that's good. I mean, I'd be fine on that one with like a little 50, 60, 80, 100% gainer. Something like that. Take the money back, rinse and repeat, keep it going. Scale out if it wants to come back up here, 60, 65. About another $1.20 on that thing if it wants to get going, so. And then let the other positions ride. I don't really like anything on ES here. It's not really doing what we need it to do. So, again, less trades, more profits. Once you guys can ingrain that in your heads, and again, I mean, you guys have seen all the reviews of the Day Trading Mastery course so far. I mean, everybody in the live chat. Actually, here's what we'll do. Everybody in the live chat right now that's hopped into the Day Trading Mastery course, let me know what you've thought of it so far. I think that would be cool to do because again, I say it. I mean, the strategy is, again, the math doesn't lie. But what have your guys' experiences been like in it? Do you like it? Have you having success with it? I mean, that one trade in December was just absolutely filthy. But yeah, there's going to be a lot more of those to come. The swing trading one's going to be coming out soon. Let's see. Yes, chopping. Where's Amanda? Is it back over 148 yet? No. No, not yet. It's dope. Thank you, Daily Taylor. I appreciate that, buddy. The backtest proof is solid AF. Thank you, Cody. I appreciate that, buddy. What's up, SCV? Not much, Holy Trinity. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I want to make sure you guys have the understanding as to Luke Slowwalker here. Oh, what's up, dude? Yeah, like, I want to make sure that you guys have the actual data behind it. That's why I did it the way that it is. Because if you look at, like, I know a lot of you guys watch other people. You do other stuff, too. Like, you're on Instagram. You're on Twitter. You see a lot of people doing stuff. It's like, well, none of them are going to be able to show you the back test in the strategy the way that I can. Almost everybody out there, especially a lot of, like these Twitter people and these Instagram people, it's all discretionary that you're not going to be able to replicate. To me, the most important and powerful thing is that, again, I don't have to say anything, but you guys all know exactly what I'm looking at every single day. That's the power of it. The education is good money. Thank you, Grant. I appreciate that. That's the power of it. Like, we just have formed, like, a unit of people that are just, like, looking at the markets in the same way, and it's like, it's pretty good. And again, some of you guys were confused on it. We help you guys out. Again, just shoot me any messages once you guys are in there. Just, you need any help with it. What's going on here? No. Oh no, my friend just sent me something wild on TikTok, and I'm very excited to see it, but also not, because I have sometimes a very dark sense of humor, and that's gonna feed into that. So, all right, Telly's coming down. Is that an ES pop here? Man, a little bit, nothing crazy. Uber looking good though. That's weird. You're a unit. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks, man. I gotta stop feeling like today I'm good. Today I don't feel sick or anything. Like last week was a bit tough. I gotta start going back to the gym a lot more. Like I'll wake up at like 6:30 and then go to the gym and then come on stream with you guys. But like this past week I've just felt so ill. I think it was like me getting on a plane, doing the 3-day weekend for New Year's. There is a very realistic element with this format. Exactly. It's realistic, simple, and highly effective. Solve my biggest issues in trading, analysis paralysis, and emotional decision making. That, guys, Rogue, it just said exactly the main goal of what I've created this whole entire video series for. Simple, highly effective, and solved your biggest issues in trading. Analysis paralysis and emotional decision making with bad, well, I'm adding that in, but with bad risk management. That's it right there. That is perfect. That's exactly what we want. Rogue, you're getting it, buddy. Shout out to you. That's exactly it. That's the point. And it's realistic. It's not like these strategies out there where people are like, oh, I'm going to show you how to turn your $10 account into 10,000. No. This is realistic, and it's going to help. Like, so you need to go on the Liver King diet, and you'll feel. I mean, I feel fine. It's just like I really hardly ever get sick. I'm bad at the cold though. So you don't take 11 trades a day? No. I've made, in terms of day trades in the last 2 weeks, I've had one. Less trades, more profits. It's about freedom, too. Like, you could literally just sit here, look at this chart, and be like, all right, I know where I'm looking. You could literally set up, like, alerts on your phone to be like, this is actually how you could do it, too. Like, let's say here you were looking for that level I called out earlier. Well, all you would do was set a price alert down here. You'd have your limit order set up here, and if it breaks this level, you would just go in and cancel it. You could literally go on about your day and do nothing. And just be like, all right, I'm just going to set these price alerts and look. And then you would redo it, and it takes you 5 seconds. No, I eat like a weird person. I've started to mix up the diet a little bit more, though, like making a lot more chicken thighs, potatoes, like chicken drumsticks. I make a lot of ground chicken. You get called a liar when you tell people you sit in trades for more than an hour? Why do you get called a liar? Like, dude, I literally, like, sometimes I'm sitting in those trades for 2 hours. You should trademark that motto. No, I can't. I heard it somewhere else. Where to get the chart? My chart? This is just a basic chart with BJ key levels. I show you guys the settings in the course, but it's literally just a basic chart with BJ key levels on it. And the BJ key levels aren't like they're not like a end all be all. They're just an extra added visual. Hard boiled eggs, I love those, dude. Kava, I've heard of this one. If you AMD coming back up there. Where's Kava? And then we'll take a look at Baba, actually. Oh, yeah. I mean, I would do this one. Yeah, weekly, or the daily looks like it wants to, I mean, big volume, low volume pump. Weekly looks like it wants to get moving to the upside up. So weekly, I would say that if this can chill out for like 2 more weeks, it would invalidate this little move that you're seeing here. So, like, if this thing for the next 2 weeks just went, like, pretty flat, chopping around in this range here, but didn't quite break down, I wouldn't hate it on the weekly, but let's see where, like, how this has looked. Oh, this is a new IPO. Oh, hello. So, yeah, for all of you guys that still got to hop in there, get that education. The link is at the top of the live chat. And then, again, once the swing trading course is out this weekend, everybody that's already in the day trading one is going to get 60% off to the new one. The swing trading one. Let's see here. ES popping back up a little. Nothing crazy. Ooh, Telly, little knife candle there. Uber, big pop. There we go. What are these contracts up now? 20% maybe? 22% on the Ubers. Making money. We're making money today. Nothing crazy, but what are we up on this today? Yeah, we're up like 5.2% on the day here. Not bad. Not bad. Chipotle competitor? Yeah, I would say they definitely are. TLT big knife. Uber really liked that. I mean, I like this Uber move, man. I mean, I'm in it. I'm having fun with it. So, I mean, I did kind of talk about it yesterday in the stream. Like, I didn't really like it. But then I did some more analysis after, and I was like, I kind of like the risk there. You hit your 2%, you're out. Enjoy the day. You too, Pepe. Seed oil? Well, I feel like that would be bad, right? Aren't seed oils bad? Or is it like specific seed oils that people say are bad? You could eat Chipotle every single day? Me too. Me too. I've done it before. I've done it for like a month. I've eaten Chipotle like every single day for a month before. Dude, I can't play Fortnite now. It's kind of so. I'm like really good at. Well, shut clap. My buddy had like an extra PS4, and he was like, "You want to just like use it?" And I was like, "Absolutely, I do." And then like one of our other friends, not even under the influence of anything, just like bumped it and it fell, and it just kind of broke. So then I had to give that one back, which I was like, "Yeah, obviously I'm giving that back." But now I was kind of having the urge to play some Fortnite last night, and I was like, I can't do it. You got to try Kava. We have them in Boston. I just haven't tried one yet. They look good. Everybody says that I would really like it because, like, Chipotle is my jam, dude. Like, I love being able to go places and then, like, having them put out the options and then me picking what I want. That's my favorite thing in the world. That and, like, buffet-style dining halls. Those my favorite two things. Everybody hated dining halls in college. I think they're crazy. Dining halls are epic. Uber really getting up there. I like that. What are these up? 23%. Not bad. Not bad. Specific seed oils are a no-go. Call of Duty's your guilty pleasure? Dude, I just love Fortnite. I play no builds because building is stupid. I think building is silly. I think it makes the game way less fun. And then I play solo squads. So much fun. I've had like 18 elimination games. It's so much fun, dude. Give me a sniper. It's game over. All right, let's see. ES chilling here. How's Spylick Day? Nothing, man. I mean, this is just chopping around. I mean, I might be interested in taking something up in here. The short trade that we were kind of mapping out earlier, but we'll kind of see. I like how Uber's moving though. I like this. This is wow. Uber's really getting up there. Hello. 30% on the Ubers now. You like watching people play Fortnite? I wouldn't be able to do that, I don't think, because like it's on my TV over there. Plus, the problem is that I'm good at like putting a filter on with like my streams and stuff. I don't think I could do it if I was playing Fortnite. Like I'd say a lot of crazy things. So, which is not really what you want, you know? Can't be doing that. Uber looking good, dude. There we go. Tally really selling off here. Let's see. Uber is the new inverse of TLT. Just kidding. Just kidding. Like, I'm actually pretty good which is funny because I don't do it that much. Like, I do now that I had one, but like, let's see. SCV becomes a Fortnite streamer? No, I'm not doing that, man. People would say things in the stream, and I would just be like, shut up. We're not doing that silly streamer lingo that you guys do. We're not playing that game. Help stream from TV to a computer? Oh. Guys, I'm not streaming Fortnite, man. Sorry. We're not doing that. Sorry. We can't be doing that. Fortnite's like I just sit down, relax, play a game, and I'm done. I can't sit and play video games for hours. I get bored. Playing Fortnite at Fenway again? No, I wish that was me though. Do you have ideas of moving to Florida? Yeah, it depends. It depends on what happens when I stop doing this. Do I play Madden? No. I like Madden though. I've played it in the past. I'll have to give the day trading course a look. Interested, learn something new on the 15-minute? Yeah, Angela. I mean, it's the that strategy that I have mapped out for you guys. Super powerful, man. I mean, 0 losing months in 2023. Less trades, more profits. You're hitting really solid risk to reward trades. With futures, it's absolutely epic. Yeah, if you guys are interested in that, make sure you guys are hopping in. And then again, obviously, if you guys have any questions about anything like that's in there, because we cover a lot. Like we do a whole section on like futures for those of you guys that are confused on that. A whole refresher on like the importance of options, like what they actually are used for, how we use them, what they are, how they work. We cover everything in there, man. I think there's like 23 videos in there, and then I still have to add the November and December backtest. I've just been caught up with the swing trading course that I'm bringing out for you guys. Do I own any real estate? I do not, actually. I should though. I want to buy some. I might take some of the long-term port money and just buy a bunch of houses. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Or remember, we talked about this yesterday. Like take a like a portfolio line of credit out and then just like buy the houses in cash. But like then it's unlevered, which kind of stinks. But it's nice cash flow. I love cash flow. Like that's all it is. It's just like cash flow is king to me. Let's see here. Tesla breaking the daily 200 on the upside or the downside? Downside. Ooh. Tessie slipping to the bottom of the range here. 231.81. Uber still chugging along here, I believe. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, no opportunities yet. That's fine. It's fine, man. I mean, you hit one of those trades from the day trading course, it's gonna make your whole month. Like, I think so. All right. So in the back test, I think I did the math on it. In the back test, like the way we do the back test in it is we just use a flat 10 contracts the whole time. We don't increase the portfolio, the position size as the portfolio increases, just to show you what it would have made with X amount of contracts. And I think the trade from the big one in December was like, it was between 14 and 18,000, I think is what it was. With 10 contracts. It was something like that. I mean, I could do the math right now. Hold on. I'll just do the math. I think it was I think it was like 13,500, something like that. That's what it is with 10. So I mean that's huge. There. That's a big boy. That's a big boy trade there. That's why I was getting a little, not FOMO, but I was like, really? I'm riding around in a golf cart right now, and I'm not drilling this one with you guys. It's all right. I know you guys all hit it and made a bunch of money with it. Where's ES here? It's just kind of chill. Like, dude, this is slow. I think the market's really waiting for CPI and PPI this week. I think that's really what it is. Yeah, that was a nice one. You hit it for 60 points. I don't know how you hit it for 60 points. The one that we mapped out was 36, but 60 points is ridiculous, dude. Is it to indicate liquidity zones? Nah, it's just BJ key levels. It's almost like supply and demand zones, but like that's effectively what it is. For the BJ key levels here, it's just a nice it's another added visual as to where price could pivot. If you hit one full TP in a month, you're in great shape. Exactly. That, guys, the power of that thing is just ridiculous. You hit one full TP, it's very hard to go red. Micros? No, it wouldn't be micros. I mean, it could be NQ. That could be what he's referring to there. It could have been on NQ. Uber still chugging along here, man. These contracts are looking pretty good. What? Still up about 30% on them. How would you apply volume? I wouldn't on the day trades. I would never do it on the day trades because the strategy doesn't need it. On the swing trading one, we talk a little bit about volume, but nothing crazy. It's almost like theory. Like, here's what some people will do, and I think this is really stupid. Like, they'll say like volumes on this one. So let's just throw Mara on here. Like, this is a good example. We talk a lot about Mara in the swing trading course too, just because it's such a good example of how things play out. Like, this one's great here. So, like, if you were looking at this and you see this volume decline down in here as things start to chop around and everything starts to get tight, well, what some people will say is you're waiting for a high volume break to the upside. Now, yeah, that could be it here. But I bought it on this day, the break to the upside. Now, what if this break to the upside happens within, like, the first hour of trading that day? Well, you're going to have no idea if the volume is actually larger or not. Like, you just won't know. So it makes more sense to just be like, okay, let's look for the volume decline and then wait for that break to the upside and then see if the volume actually follows through as an additional layer of confirmation, not an entry signal, because you're not going to know until it's already too late, until this candle is closed. You get the gap up and your entry would have been like 12.24 versus 10.66. To me, that doesn't make sense. December 20th, 60 points on ES. Angelo, absolute animal there, dude. That's ridiculous. That's 600%, dude. Good for you, man. I mean, yeah. That day trading mastery course is epic for you guys. But, all right, let's see. We got TLT bouncing back up a little. I want Uber back on here, see where this thing wants to go. It's probably selling off a little. Nope. Uber, strong like bull. Daily volume can sometimes be an indicator of a future move, but not a solid indicator. No, it can. It can definitely be one. It's just not. It takes more time. $3,037.50 on one contract. Angelo. That's my man right there. There you go, man. That's great. Volume a bit more important on small cap or meme stock type of trading like GSAT. I agree. You're right on that one. Dude, Uber is just cruising today. 32% on the Ubers here. I like it. I like it a lot. The 200 on the 1 hour and the 48 on the 4 hour. That's fine. I mean, that's okay. Not going to bother me that much. This thing's been strong like bull today. What's ES doing over here? Anything crazy? Nah. I wouldn't be surprised if this broke up here within like the next hour and a half. Where's AMD? Sold off from those highs. That's okay, though. That's okay, though. I don't have an options position on it. I just had, you know, the shares. A lot of them. Well, nothing crazy yet. Patience pays, guys. Patience pays. If you're getting chopped up in this nonsense here, I don't know what to tell you. I've been trying to help you. Slow. Nothing crazy, guys. Nothing crazy here. Also, if you guys are filtered in here, if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like button, it helps out a whole lot getting these streams out to more people. It also helps it make it easier for you guys to come back if you guys do enjoy these streams. If Uber can cross 60 today, that'd be nice. That'd be nice, man. It's an extra 15 cents. I mean, that would be a big move up from where it's currently at, just in terms of percentages, but it could definitely do it. It could definitely do it, man. You guys didn't get to ankles today, but that's all right. That is all right. I gotta figure out. What am I gonna figure out? Oh, yeah. I'm probably gonna drop another video today, too. Oops. I don't know what that was. Whenever I click things sometimes, I'm just like, oh no, did I drastically screw something up on my setup here? Because it does happen. Yeah, Uber hanging out, but oh, no. Let's see. Yeah, 32% on those contracts. Those are looking good. Those are looking good, man. Any other takers? Where's Tessie? Is Tessie moving around a little? It did bounce off that level. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't take that. That's a bit crazy. Have an awesome one. Thanks, man. Daily Taylor, YouTube, buddy. Thanks for coming around today, guys. Let's see. It is. Did that hit that low or no? Yeah, it did. 231.91. It did hit that. Bounced right back up there. That's interesting on Tessie. Do they have delivery numbers coming out soon or something? Or did that already happen? I think it already happened, didn't it? Let me know what you... Oh, yeah. I got to learn about that. Yeah, I got to take a look at that, Ralph. Thanks. I've never heard of that. It's interesting. Yes, pitter-pattering back down. We got nothing so far. We got nothing. I don't know. Is this range going to do anything for us? 67? No, that's not going to do anything for us. You like Rivian for the long term? We can take a look. I mean, I'll probably, if we're looking long term at this thing, I mean, oh, that's down there aggressively. Look at it on the weekly. Yeah, I'm not touching this, but again, shares are going to be, long-term shares are going to be treated differently than whatchamacallit, than swing trades. So like if you like the company and it was just at 24, you're going to love it at 19. All right, guys, I think I'm about to head out of here too. So again, for those of you guys that still need to hop in, get that education, that's going to help you guys out a whole lot. Again, I'll throw that link for the day trading mastery course in here for you guys one last time. The swing trading one should be out for you guys this weekend, so get ready for that. But team, we got a big week ahead of us with CPI and PPI. Let's see if we can get a couple good trades in before then, but don't do anything stupid. Again, the name of the game, less trades, more profits. I'll see you guys later. Peace.